Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel, Pinchy08 here, and today we are doing a review on two Monster Jam Superstore exclusive trucks, including OCD Meltdown and Digger's Dungeon. I definitely had to get the Digger's Dungeon as well, because it is definitely a very good, legit truck on advertising, well, the home of Gravedigger. Even though this is not really a Gravedigger truck, it is really good looking on a Gravedigger body. But we'll do more details on that later. The first truck we will start with is OCD Meltdown. I just received these today. And then here are the packages that they came in if you are curious about them. I did whatever I could to pull the truck out and all without completely destroying it. I know it's a very, very nice card and everything, but I really feel these diecast trucks shouldn't be in a box. I nearly destroyed the package here in which Digger's Dungeon came out. So yeah, if you're really interested in these, it does say you gotta really get these quick because they are limited edition. Because if you're not fast enough with this, eBay may be your only option by then. Because it says here for Digger's Dungeon, it is limited one of about 5,000. And according to Monster Jam OCD's review on Digger's Dungeon, only about 3,000 of these are going to be sold at Monster Jam Superstore, and 2,000 of them are going to be sold exclusively at the Digger's Dungeon place over in Poplar Branch, North Carolina. So if you really want to get yours, I would not recommend hunting it down or having too much hesitation. Unless you still are in luck in seeing these available at Monster Jam Superstore, you're in luck. I mean, there are still plenty of OCD Meltdowns still available at Monster Jam Superstore. But we're going to get started here. I know I'm not known to review my Spin Master Monster Jam trucks. I mean, I did end up getting the two final mixes of 2020 and all, and which I'm very happy. I got mixes 14 and 15, but that's not the reason why I canceled my 48th sign-up series. Real reason, long story short, is because in order to get into Hangouts, now they use the program or app that I've downloaded called Google Meet, in which I'm still learning how to use it at the time. So once I've found out how to use it and try to get at least a few members of the Hangouts crew, including Riley McCord, by then, I'll try to get ready to do another sign-up series and everything. And plus, I do have to find a suitable room because, as a disclaimer, my grandmother has moved back into the home with us, and I don't want her to, walk around while I'm in the middle of the show and everything, figuring out what I'm doing. So, unless I try to explain what sign-up series is to her, hopefully we don't get interruptions. And plus, I might change the setting for a sign-up series as well to no longer be held in my room. But I will use my room and all for the lineup and everything. So now that I've got OCD Meltdown, this will be his truck to drive in my sign-up series. And if I do bring Digger's Dungeon into my sign-up series, this truck will be opened for those wanting this truck. Because I already know what truck I want to be, and that would be the Showtime Gravedigger from Series 16. Because I like that detail and everything. But we're going to skip all of that to do with my sign-up series on why I've been a little bit absent from it, and we're just going to get to the review. I'm trying to go as quick as I can because I don't know if YouTube will still let me upload videos longer than 15 minutes, because it's like that when I use the iMovie app, that they don't allow me to upload videos on YouTube longer than 15 minutes, but sometimes regular YouTube uploads without the use of iMovie, they are allowing me to upload a little bit longer. But I'm going to do what I can to be below at least 20 minutes. So we're going to get started with the details here on OCD Meltdown. Of course, one of the special distinctive features of OCD Meltdown is that it's got these BKT tires that do glow in the dark. All you gotta do is charge it under a UV or ultraviolet light, and then they will glow. I've done that with the Hot Wheels Gravediggers, including Night Roll Cage or Night Glow Gravedigger, and the 2014 Race Rewards diecast. And I like the Race Rewards diecast one the most because both the tires and the entire body do glow. But all that glows here are just the tires. No big deal, though. But other than that, when you do have it under any form of light, this truck is very, very amazing. So the details reveal that there's like radioactive nuclear slime or goo, as you want to call it, like literally like oozing all over the city and all. You can see pictures of a city and a factory or a nuclear power plant and a few nuclear barrels around like that being radioactive. And if you're finding out which one of these goo monsters depicts Ryan or Monster Jam OCD, that would be that little guy where my thumb is in the glasses. He decides to put other characters because we are still in the Hangouts crew, which includes me, Mike Bev, Monster Jam Action 81, who was sort of retired as of now from YouTube, but is still too busy. But hopefully we can be on Hangouts again, and a lot more to do with that. I'm definitely not in it because they have recognized me either with or without glasses. And so here on the top of the truck, on the hood, you've got the picture of the nuclear waste of goo pouring out of it. And then you got the gooey monsters like that, or gooey figures as you want to call it. And yeah, the one in the glasses, that's definitely Ryan Monster Jam OCD like that. And you got the name OCD Meltdown. This definitely does remind me of the time in the Hot Wheels era where he was literally doing tutorials on how to customize your own truck, and in that case, he was doing OCD Meltdown. Those trucks in the Hot Wheels were okay, don't get me wrong, but I guess in the Spin Master design, since he is an influencer with Spin Master and Monster Jam, he decided to go with this design instead, which is really, really interesting. Plus, you can see here on the driver's side of the truck, specifically only on the driver's side, you can see Ryan's full name like that. Ryan Albin is on the driver's side, because that is a specific thing they do in Monster Jam. Write the driver's name like that on the driver's side of the truck. And I believe we got about the same details as we did on the passenger side of the truck. So you get the idea. Everything is all like figures made out of painted and all, made out of radioactive nuclear goo or slime, however you want to say it. So yeah, this truck is very, very awesome. Can't wait to roll it down for sign-up series eventually. So if you're watching this Monster Jam OCD, I'm sure you were impressed with my review. I love this truck very much. When the next sign-up series does get revised or revamped into sign-up series 48 once again, this will be your truck to drive. I mean, you're the creator, so this time this will be your truck. Alright, we're going to now move to Digger's Dungeon. So yeah, Digger's Dungeon is very, very unique. Definitely, without a doubt, very unique to have it on a Gravedigger body like that. But it's legitimately not a Gravedigger, but it does look like Gravedigger because it is on that body. But basically, I guess they wanted to advertise Digger's Dungeon in North Carolina like that on a Gravedigger body, because it is true that when you visit North Carolina, it is home to Digger's Dungeon, which is located outside Kill Devil Hills or Outer Banks, North Carolina, in a place called Poplar Branch. I haven't been to Digger's Dungeon yet, and I do plan to go sometime if I'm ever in the area of Charlotte, North Carolina. That'll be a pretty long drive for me if I'm visiting Charlotte or anything like that. But anyway, let's dive deep into the details. If I can get the camera to focus a little bit. Focuses when it's in that direction, and now it's focusing very well. So you can see when you're on either this side, the passenger side, or the driver's side, You got the picture over here of Grandma Gravedigger with in front of it a marlin swordfish. And this landmark you got over here is a lighthouse surrounded by green Gravedigger rings like that, covering up like a sunrise or a sunset. Because on the East Coast, the sun does not rise in some areas. You can mostly depict the sunrise with the sky turning blue and everything. But the sun does set, though, on the East Coast, so we'll say that that's sort of a sunset setting. You do have the grim face on the side like that. Normally it doesn't have any paint or any color in the eyes, but it does this time with red eyes. And as Monster Jam OCD mentioned in his review of the truck, you've got a image of a pirate ship with the JR or Jolly Roger symbol, because Gravedigger has used the JR or Jolly Roger symbol on the truck before. But I don't know what the use of a pirate ship would be on a North Carolina designed Digger's Dungeon truck. I mean, that pirate ship is black and kind of reminds me of the pirate ships painted on the Black Pearl truck. So yeah, you've got everything depicting that this is either a representative of a state truck, as well as anything to do North Carolina. And if you look on the roof, this green symbol you see over here is what the shape of North Carolina is. It is bigger compared to South Carolina. Yeah, everything's pretty great in the Carolinas, both South and North, but I've never been to either one of the Carolinas before. I wish to very, very soon. And I think the top over here is the most detailed, because you got the shape of North Carolina, and you can say home of the Gravedigger monster truck in like a Las Vegas style poker chip or roulette table. And then looking very, very close over there below where it says home of Gravedigger monster truck since 1982, you've got pictures of birds, horses, and also the coolest part, the Wright brothers Wright Flyer airplane, because in a place called Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, that's where the two brothers, Wilbur and Orville Wright, known as the Wright brothers, were able to make the impossible of designing the very, very first flying machine, and that would be, well, the airplane. And that is what it looked like. So it's really, really awesome. So this is the top. This is the passenger side of the truck. This is your driver's side, which does have the door molding, because I remember starting in 2020 how they eliminated the passenger side door, since all of the trucks in 2019 had that, making everything on the Gravedigger diecast look prototypical, because the real Gravedigger does not have a passenger side door, as I mentioned. It only has a driver's side door. And since this is a mostly known to be a Digger's Dungeon advertised truck, this is this one has no names of drivers. It is a very unique special, though. A very, very special diecast truck that can be sold about 3,000 units on Monster Jam Superstore and only 2,000 exclusive only to Digger's Dungeon. And since that's a very low quantity at Digger's Dungeon, these will be limited to about 1 or 2 per customer shopping at the gift shop at Digger's Dungeon. Alright, well, before we put an end to this review, we're going to demonstrate OCD Meltdown glowing under my official UV light over here. So to get these tires glowing, I just have to shine the UV light like that. And I think for some more awesome side effects, or just regular effects, I'm going to turn off my lamp. And even though it's not completely dark out yet, I've got my windows and all covered up in curtains to let not a lot of light in, so it's nice and dark in this room. So yeah, basically if you want these tires to glow, all you gotta do is shine the UV light all around like that. Trust me, this is an even better magic tool to use than a very, very bright flashlight. Better to just use one of these UV lights like that. You can also notice that even though this truck is green, by shining the entire light on the entire body like that, it does look like it's yellow, because the truth of the real color of this is that this is a green-yellow body with a yellow hue to it. While it looks normally green under any source of light like that, it is actually supposed to have a yellow hue to it. So I have a feeling that once you have the UV light shining like this, you can really, really see the yellow hue to it. Really cool. But still more green looking on the windshield, because this is not a shiny windshield on the truck. That is a legit green colored windshield. So yeah, how cool is this? So I'm going to turn off the light and we're going to check out how cool the lights glow. And there it is. I haven't gotten that light tire to glow very, very well. But other than that, yeah, these look really, really cool glowing like that. So yeah, there you have it. Let me put the lights back on. Sometimes when I turn lights on or off, it takes a little bit of time for my camera here on my phone to focus. Alright, there you go. So there you have it. My review of my two very first Spin Master Monster Jam Superstore exclusives, OCD Meltdown and Digger's Dungeon. Hopefully I can get either the inverse or regular stunt truck, as the only truck I have depicting the stunt truck would be last year's holiday Christmas themed stunt truck, which was really, really awesome, don't get me wrong. But now I feel that I need to have a regular stunt truck. It's upsetting a little to me to know that the regular stunt truck is sold out, so I guess eBay will be my only option. And if these do sell out at Superstore like that, or Monster Jam Superstore, eBay will be your only option, which I have a bad feeling these may go for a very, very high price and all. So I recommend getting them now while they are available at Monster Jam Superstore, and they're a very, very good price. Make sure you do save your budget on them, because they're not as cheap as any other die-cast, but they are cheap, but not super, super expensive. They're kind of in the medium price range, I have to confess. So I hope you enjoy these trucks, and if you're watching this Monster Jam OCD, hope you enjoy this review. Can't wait to roll these down the ramp during sign-up series. So thank you for watching. Until next time, this is Cameron at Pinching08, signing and pinching out. Until next time, take care.